Morning, guys. How you doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm having a little bit of a day. It's beautiful. Nice and sunny here in Bradenton, Florida. But someone needs to know they're not alone. You know, it gets hard when you really don't have anybody that you can talk to. Or when you feel like there's nobody that you can really trust anymore. You know, I'm doing physical therapy and trying to better myself, and the accident got me pretty good because now my foot's starting to act up a little bit, and I'm getting worried, you know, and I'm getting worried about my foot. And I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a while. Anyway, it's been a while, and my cards, my oracle cards, a lot of people call them the devil cards, but I find them very comforting, and they help me heal. And if I heal, it helps you heal. I hope that makes sense. You know, if I'm able to give you a message, and believe me, when I do these, a lot of times it applies to me too. So it's like it's validation and confirmations for me, but it's also for you, you know? So I decided that I want to take a little bit of time and let's see where the energies are. I'm going to do my spirit animal cards, you know, my go-to. You know, the cards I go to when Old Faithful, I call them. But let's see where the energies lie and what it has to say. Let's see. The first one is Antelope, decisive action. It says you are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. And that is what I'm doing. Trusting my instincts because I'm listening to my body. And my body's telling me that something is up. Something's wrong with my foot. So I went and made an appointment with my doctor, and that's something that's important because a lot of times we don't take time to listen to our body, because if our body's telling us something's wrong. You know, being born with a club foot, because I was born with a disability, and the foot that I'm having trouble with actually is the foot that I hurt in a car accident in 2024, and I'm just now getting physical therapy for all this, and it has been rough, but it's doing me good. But now problems are starting to arise. So I made my appointment with my doc. So, but I'm trying to move. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to get things taken care of. You know, it's a challenge. It is a challenge. So there might be somebody else who has some health issues that you need to address. You need to look into, you know, pay attention to your body, because your body will tell you when something's wrong, when something's off. But you got to listen to yourself. And there's something about someone needs to go towards their dreams. If you have a dream, go for it. Follow it. You're being called to set your intentions and follow those dreams. All right, here's the next one. Imagine that. Eagle. Vision. This one says it's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and the opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Amen, amen. Oh, see? That little line of light. That's God. It's a beautiful rainbow. Ooh. I'm wanting to cry and I don't know why. Follow your heart. You have to follow what your heart says. If your heart says, hey, something is wrong, let it guide you. Let life guide you. Go with the flow of life. That's my dad. My dad loved eagles and I miss him so much. I do miss my dad. I lost a lot of time with him. You know. Woohoo. Most wonderful. Oh, no. Please stay up. Please stay up. Please stay up. There's greatness coming. You gotta believe it. Anything is possible if you only believe. I believe. I see the good in people all the time. Or I try to. That's something I noticed about 2025. 2024, I seen evil for what it was. And now, in 2025, all these masks are falling off. Everybody's true colors are showing. I look up in the sky and I've got blue jays flying all around me. They're beautiful birds, and blue is all about the throat chakra too. So maybe they're trying, there's something about speaking your authentic truth. We have to learn to do that. Speak the truth. Fakeness doesn't get you anywhere. If you can't be true, then people who are notorious liars, right? For example, eventually they don't even remember the initial lie in the first place, because the story changes and changes and changes and changes. If you would only tell the truth. But I don't think a lot of people know how to tell the truth. They don't know how to be truthful anymore. Our world has been so divided It seems like evil wins. Every time we turn around, it seems like evil's winning. But I know that God is number one, and God will take care of us, or whoever you believe in. I believe in God. I know God is real, and I know I'm here for a reason. You know, like I said before, that the car wreck took me out of doing my physical nursing. I can't lift. I can't even raise my arm all the way up because I need a total shoulder replacement. And my feet, yeah, they're not like they used to be. And now I have to rely on my bad side, which is my club foot, to be my strong side. And it's a psychological thing for me. You know, it messes with my brain, and I have a hard time with it. You know, the ones of us that are born different or with a disability, know what I mean? But there's something about your dreams. Get ready, truth tellers. Make your dreams reality. It's so beautiful out today. Oh my gosh. Absolutely beautiful. I bet you northerners are feeling the cold, because I know cold country. I don't have to worry about snow where I'm at in this part of Florida. But my daughter, who's in North Florida, she's gonna see some snow, and it'll get cold for her. I miss her so much. Oh, and the update on her is she's finally in her spot, where she's at permanently now. Now it's just praying that these 2.5 years go by quick so she can come back home to me, because I miss her so much. And my heart goes out to anybody whose child, sibling, parent is in jail or prison. My baby's in prison. And I'm a single mom, and it's hard. You know, there are days I wish I could just reach out and talk to her and say, hey baby, I love you. We get 15-minute phone calls. God, I miss that girl. It hurts. Boy, does it hurt. I just want to hug her. Tell her I love her. Alright, let's get our next one. Wow. Yeah. Someone's being called to leadership. The cougar. Oh God, I gotta put my old eyes on. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take the lead of a situation and be strong. Using the power of intentions, there's confirmation. Be clear with your purpose and define where you're headed. There's another, see it, intentions. What was it with the first one? Said intentions too. Yep, right there. Confirmation, the word intentions. So you've come in, somebody's being called to lead. Take charge. Take charge of your life. Nobody can run your life for you. If you allow them to, they will. Oh God, that just hit my heart. See what I mean? These cards talk to me too. I have to listen to my own advice. What I tell you, I have to listen to myself. You know, I gotta, practice what you preach. And that is true. But set your intentions with clear purpose. You know, sometimes people journal and sometimes people write, sometimes people are, the poets, the songwriters, but make sure you are clear with what you want in life. Set those intentions. I feel like my camera's going. It's tilting. It doesn't want to stay up. But man, it's a beautiful day. Birds are singing. The sun is shining. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's October 2nd because, the older you get, the faster time flies. Or at least in my case, that's what I notice. Time flies. The older I get, the more I think. And that's the truth. That is the truth. Alright, let's get another one. The wolf and inner strength. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for, and that I am. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle it effectively. Take a step back and try to look at it from fresh eyes. Okay, so if we take a step back, right? Take a step back, look at things, look at life. I always say, you can hurt me, but I'll just get up. I'll pull up my big girl panties and adjust the crown that's on the top of my head. Because I'm a queen. We're all kings and queens. Some of us might be princes and princesses, the ones that haven't healed yet. Because there's a lot of people who have wounds they haven't healed. But you've got to know that it is deep inside you, that your strength is here. Draw from it, just like the wolf. Look how strong a wolf is. Oh, and that might be another leadership, because there's wolves can be leaders too. So maybe you are being called to lead. Maybe somebody needs you to take charge. Take charge of your life. Go deep within. Okay, so this is something that I will share with you that has helped me. When I started healing and when things get so heavy and I can't deal with it anymore, I talk to the Lord. Everything, good, bad, everything that you feel, put right here. Talk to Him. Let it go. And know that it's going to be taken care of. Let go, let God. Because He's the one that's going to take care of us. There is power in letting go. When I started letting go, that's when I started to heal. Then I started to lose weight. I went from 230 to 185 And I'm still losing. I'm still a big girl. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not a small fry. I got meat on my bones, but I'm healthier, and I can feel a difference losing weight. I'm lighter on my feet, quote unquote. I'm a little bit lighter on my feet, but it's weird. And I look at myself in the mirror and go, my God, that's me? Because I'm only 5 foot. I was 5'3" at my height. So I'm down to 5'1". I've lost some inches. I'm a short shit. They say dynamite comes in small packages. It's the truth. But I've started noticing differences in myself from losing weight. But trauma will keep weight on you, or it did in my case. And I'm learning to work through my trauma. It wasn't easy growing up. I didn't have it easy. And I posted something not too long ago about how when there's people who go through trauma in childhood, they'll either become an empath or a narcissist a lot of times. I took the empath route. I feel for people. I can feel pain. I can feel intentions when intentions aren't right. You know. And you got to remember too that a positive mindset yields positive results. You live in a negative headspace all the time, you're not going to get anywhere. And I've lost so many friends, and I've blocked so many friends because of all the negativity and bullshit. I don't have time for it in my life anymore. You know, I'm 56 years old, man. My life should be going. Sometimes I think some of us just take longer than others. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense to you. Some of us take longer to heal. You know, when you're used to being around narcissistic bullshit all the time, you know, and when you're away from it, it is a different feeling. You know, negativity is not a good thing. You know, I could sit here and play the victim. Why me? Why me? And I try not to. But I'm human. I feel it sometimes. It's like, why in the fuck can't anything ever go right for me? But we're the creator of our reality. Only I can change. Just like you. Only you can change it. Nobody else but you. I'm going to draw a couple more and then I'll close it out. Our next one says boundaries. So someone needs to learn to set boundaries. Oh, goodness gracious. Someone needs to learn to set boundaries. Your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura, and you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer others. See, confirmation from me. My boundaries are sacred, and I gotta learn that. I have to learn that. I gotta draw on that inner strength to protect my boundaries. And you must love yourself the same way you love others. You know, you have to pour into your cup first and then take care of them. All right, I'll grab one more. Then I'll close it out. Whew. Last one. My favorite bird. One of my favorite birds, the crow. Transition. Which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe you're changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the crow is signaling that you are ready to make a change. And so am I. I'm ready to change. I've been ready. So I hope this helps y'all. Thank you for listening. Oh, well, hey, well, maybe I need to show you this one then. Here will be our last one. The bat. What is the chances? What did the crow say? Transition, and it's black. The bat. Transition. That's confirmation that you're going through some changes. And this one says you must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They will only hinder your growth. Sometimes change is good and we need it. I know I need it. I love y'all. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there with me and being my friend and listening. You know, life is what we make it. Everything's in our hands. I love y'all. And I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. And until next time, don't let anyone ever take your sparkle. You're beautiful. Remember that, y'all. You're beautiful. Love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.